People think that I am strong, and maybe I am, but there are things that really stress me, and I pretend that they don't. Not because I just want to pretend, it is because at the end of the day, even if I tell people I'm stressed, even if I show my stress on my face, no one will be there for me. People are busy with their own businesses. No one will come to help me, and maybe there is no one who will understand the pain I am going through. And for that case, I have to be my own backup. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, kindly do one thing, hit that subscription button. Have you done so? Thank you so much. For the returning subscribers, for the new subscribers, thank you so much. Karibuni sana, feel at home. And on today's video, I just want to share about the things that stress me up, really stress me, but I have to pretend that everything is okay. Not because I like pretending, as I have said earlier, it is because no one will help me. Sometimes I understand people go through a lot of things and people are fighting their own battles. Some cannot help you, not because they don't want to help you, but they are not able to do so. And for this case, you have to be there for yourself. You have to stand for yourself. Have to be a backup of your own. So those are the things I just want to share with you guys, because I know someone out there might relate to this. I know I am not going through this alone. There are other people out there who go through tough times, and maybe when people look at you, they think that you are okay, they think that you are strong, they don't know the battles you are fighting on your own. And so that's what we are going to talk about on our today's video, and so kindly stick around until the end of the video. The first thing that I pretend it doesn't stress me, well, it does. It is salary and expenses. Well, I get money each and every month, and after paying bills, maybe paying rent and a few essentials, all of a sudden I am at zero again. I am broke, but I don't show this public. I don't panic publicly. I take it to myself because I question myself and I owe everything to myself. I don't have anyone to call and tell them to support me. I am by my own. So even if I panic, even if I show it to people, some will take that as a tool against me, and I'm like, let me deal with this one alone. I just adjust to it. And I'm like, I will figure what to do next quietly. I don't even consult anyone. Yes, I will sleep stressed and I will ask myself questions, and I'm like, what will I do next? Because now I am at zero. Even maybe it is even before the exchange and I don't have anything, but the bills are still waiting for me. Maybe there are some things that I have not purchased, and before the end of the month it takes so long, especially when you don't have money. 30 days seem to be 100 days, especially for this January, guys. If you have only been depending on the salary, you know what I am talking about. Things are not easy, things are not cheap, everything is expensive. And when you buy one, two, three, and the money is finished, and I'm like, wow, what am I going to do? So most of the times, I think like every month, I'm so much stressed. Sometimes I plan to buy things and again I have to cancel. I have to double check the list again, and I'm like, this one I'm not going to buy. I'll buy this. I'm not going to buy that. So salaries and expenses, they are things that stress me. Actually, when the month is approaching to the end and I'm like, now maybe I'm going to get the money by the next like 1 or 2 days, what am I going to buy, what am I not going to buy? Like, I am always so stressed, but again I don't want to show it to anyone. If I'm with friends, I will be laughing with them. Whatever we are talking about, I will be talking about it, but I don't share that with anyone, because as I have said, at the end of the day, I owe myself everything. Everything is about me. If I fail, it is me. If I raise, it is me. So I deal with it by myself and I don't show it to people. Being the only backup is the second thing. That is another thing that I pretend it doesn't stress me, knowing that I am the only backup in the family. I am the only backup plan for myself. If an emergency happens, it's on me. If something breaks, it's upon me to fix it, and no one else is coming to fix it for me. If school fees is due, it is upon me. I will have to cover them. No matter the time, no matter the money, I have to do that. I know it is on me. No one else is telling me I am going to do this for you. No one one else is responsible for anything in my house, in everything. It is just me, my child, and everything. I handle it quietly, but again, it stresses me, and I don't show it to anyone. There are some times when I am like, now I have spent money, as I have said in the previous video. I get the money, now I have done this and that, and the money is finished, and I'm like, whatever an emergency comes up, what will I do? Where will I get money from? And at the same time, I'm like, God knows better than I think, because I tend to think so much about some things, and I'm like, but why am I stressing myself? Why am I stressing myself? I can't do anything more. Whatever I have covered, it is what I could do. But and I cannot do beyond this. So whatever I have done, it is what I could do. And I handle this quietly, and it is another thing that stresses me so much. If you have a backup plan, you need to be thankful. Some people have backups, but they don't, like, you don't even feel the presence of the backup. But until you lose this particular partner, you'll never understand whether there is something important they are doing to you. And again, for those who are used to doing things by themselves, like me, sometimes I don't even, like, I think maybe I will get a partner and I will forget I have someone who is supposed to cater for some things. Not everything is about me. But I hope if that time comes, maybe I remember I am having someone who is supporting me. But for now, that being alone, I know I am the backup, like everything is on me. That is something that stresses me, especially when I try to balance my whatever and it is not balancing. I want to buy something, but I am looking at the list, I am looking at the money, and it is not enough. It stresses me so much. But I don't have someone to cry out to. I don't have, maybe I cannot start calling my family and start telling them, I don't have this and that. Okay, at some point you might call them, but again, it depends with your background. If you know they don't have anything, why are you calling them, and how? Even sometimes you don't even think about them, because you are like, I will just be stressing them out whenever I call them and tell them maybe I don't have rent, I don't have some food. You'll be stressing them, but again, they cannot help. Not because they don't want to help you, but it's because they don't have anything to help you. Being the only backup is another thing that stresses me so much, but I pretend everything is okay. The third thing is responsibilities and deadlines. Well, this is another thing that stresses me. School messages, those WhatsApp groups for school, work deadlines, unexpected bills. I read them calmly so that I don't panic and I don't want to show it to people. But school, like for me, where my son goes to school, we have that WhatsApp group, and you are like, messages are sent there all the time. Maybe the deadlines of the school fees, that time I don't have anything. Maybe at workplace I have some pressure there. I have a deadline even to do something there. There is something I'm supposed to do and submit it, and I have a deadline. Unexpected bills, I'm talking about things like an emergency that might arise in the house. Maybe something like gas can get finished anytime, and you have to cook. You have a child. You will not say that we'll eat from the restaurant, and eating in the restaurant is again so expensive. Those things are things that break me so much. They are things that stress me completely, and sometimes I don't have someone to tell. I read the messages, maybe like if it is a school message, work message, maybe the bills. I read it calmly. Panic. I am reading it, and deep inside me, I'm already rearranging my plans. Maybe I had planned to do something for myself, but when this emergency comes up, maybe school fees is not an emergency, I know, but sometimes you might have a deadline for this school fees. You don't want your child to come back to the house. You have to push, you have to do what you can do so that you keep your child at school. That is something that can make me like rearrange everything, the plans I had, even if I wanted to do something big, something good for myself, and I'm like, now I have to arrange, I have to postpone to the next month or maybe next time. And inside my mind, I'm thinking, like, how do I make this work? And that's just life when you are the responsible one. You don't have someone else somewhere, and it is you against everything that is required of you to do. What do? You have, if you had your own plan, and at some point you find yourself like you don't have a plan. You are just like that. You are waiting. If it is the end month, let it come. I will do what I can do. I will solve what can be solved. What can't be solved, I will leave it at that point. And I know I am not alone in this situation. So many of us go through these things. So comment down below. I want to know what are those things that they stress you, but you don't talk about them loudly. You don't share it with someone. And so for me, responsibilities and deadlines is the other thing that stresses me up. And the last point is acting unbothered. Sometimes I act unbothered. Not because I am that careless person or that unbothered person, but it's because I have to. Life doesn't pause for stress. If you are going through something, life will not wait for you so that you get ready. No, it is not going to wait for you. Responsibilities don't wait for you to be ready. They will still be there whether you are ready or not. So what I do, I just pretend, I manage, and I survive. Sometimes my child can come from school and is telling me a lot of things, like teacher said we bring this and that, a lot of things, and I am like, these things I don't have for now, and I'm not going to tell him that. I'll just pretend that I did not hear what you have said, or maybe I will just pretend that everything is okay. We will manage, and I'll tell him, okay, we'll look for this. Sometimes he'll insist, Mom, I have said, teacher said this and that, and I'm like, I have heard what you are saying, I have heard you. So if I tell him like that, thank God he's young. So you don't push so much. When I tell him I have heard what you have said, we'll see what we'll do. That's enough for him. And I'm like, at this point, I am not unbothered. That yes, it is because I don't have a way out, and maybe whatever they're asking for now I don't have. I don't know how I can handle it at the moment. I am like, we will do that. So when he goes to school and teacher asks for whatever, it will be like, Mom said we will do this, such things. And maybe whenever he's saying that, time will have gone, and maybe I'll have figured things out, or maybe I will have gotten whatever he was asking for. So sometimes if I act unbothered, it doesn't mean that I am that careless person or I don't care about whatever is happening. No, it is because I have to. It is the only thing I can do. It is the only weapon I can use at the moment. And as a human being, we are allowed to do whatever you can do sometimes to survive. So long as it is not going to affect anyone or maybe even affecting you, you are good. So guys, those are the 4 things that I act like they don't stress me, but really deep inside me, they really stress me. Out of so many things, I have just shared a few of them. Let me know in the comment section, what is that thing that stresses you up that you don't even like to show to people, or maybe you are sure even if I share it with someone, they might use it against me, or maybe they cannot even help me. So I have to handle it by myself. Let me know in the comment section. And for these 4 points, if you have been careful, if you have listened to them clearly, you can see like there is a lot of similarities. Yes, even if I could have shared 10 of them, they have a lot of similarities, because you find that one point carries the weight of another point. And so that's me, and that's what stresses me at some point. I know some people might start judging me because I said that I normally pretend things are okay when they are not okay. And before you get to that point of judging me, let me make this one clear. Pretending for me doesn't mean that I am emotionless. It means that I have trained myself to survive. It means that I am learning patience, strategy, and quiet strength. It means I am growing even when it doesn't feel like. I hope now I am clear. Up to this point, you are not going to judge me. So I am not unbothered. I am not stress-free. I am just responsible, and sometimes being responsible is the real version of strength. Thank you so much for sticking around. I don't take it for granted. Guys, continue subscribing, continue supporting a girl. Let's grow together, and I will see you on my next video kama kawaida. Bye bye.